Have you ever wondered why some people are just magnetic? People can't look away, can't stop listening. Almost like being around them is its own drug. Do you want people addicted to your energy? Like they can't stop watching, scrolling, or listening to you? Then like this video because we're getting ready to talk about how to become pure dopamine in human form. And trust me, your nervous system is gonna love it. Did you know that dopamine is the brain's reward chemical? It's what makes you feel excited, curious, alive. It also makes people come back for more. When you stimulate dopamine in someone else, you're literally imprinting, stamping a feeling onto their nervous system. Think of it like this. You're not just giving a good vibe. Instead, you're creating a mini addiction to your energy. Crazy part about this is people don't even realize they're addicted. They just want more of you. Now let's talk about how to stimulate dopamine. Your body is literally a dopamine machine. Your micro expressions, your eyebrow flashes, subtle nods, even leaning slightly. Those are all small, almost invisible, but the brain loves them. Imagine someone who just can't take their eyes off of you. They're enthralled, but they just don't know why. That's that dopamine at work. That's visual dopamine. Let's talk about some audio dopamine. Your voice is your instrument, your pitch, your rhythm, your pauses. That anticipation, their brain rewards them when you deliver. You just gave a dopamine hit. Think about why people just can't stop listening to certain YouTubers, podcasters, TikTok creators, etc. It's because their voice is doing the work for them. Brains crave a mixture of predictability and surprise. Give people what they expect and then throw in a twist. The little surprise jolt triggers dopamine instantly. Every time you surprise your audience, the brain goes, yes, I want more of this, and they'll come back. Then we have what's called emotional dopamine, when you share a story, a personal story about yourself. That wins people over. It shows vulnerability, and emotion creates connection. Connection equals dopamine spike. If you make someone feel like they understand you, their nervous system releases dopamine without them even realizing it. So them getting a crush on you or them taking a liking to you can really be that you stimulate their dopamine without them even realizing it. Now, we can get some community dopamine going on when you ask questions, when you invite comments like I'm about to do right now. Go ahead and comment down below some of the ways that you stimulate dopamine in others. When you give inside jokes, people start to feel like a tribe. This creates feedback loops. Constant feedback loops repeat dopamine hits. People keep coming back just like that loop. And this is because your energy becomes a place that people want to return to. It's like their own little pleasure center. Imagine being someone else's pleasure center. Now, what happens when someone else's dopamine is stimulated? This helps people to feel alive, curious, enchanted. Their nervous system gets a mini high. They remember how being around you felt before remembering anything that you've said or that you did. Again, they remember how you feel. The insane part about it is the more they get from you, the more their brain craves your presence. You literally become their dopamine dealer, rather. On a psychological level, dopamine stimulates motivation. It stimulates focus and excitement. Socially, it makes people seek you out, makes people engage with you, helps people to remember you. Now I want to talk about how people feel after you've stimulated dopamine in them. And it's curious, it's alive, it's enchanted. You give them sparks, and those sparks stick with them. Every interaction with you leaves a memory, a dopamine trail, because you're an experience. People will start to unconsciously chase your content, your energy, and your presence. And once you've done this, you're not just fun to watch, you're actually irresistible. The more they chase, the more they come back for more. That is your engagement loop in action. So if you combine visual energy, your voice, surprise, emotion, and community, you don't just make content. You literally stimulate dopamine in everyone who watches you. Once you do this, people don't just follow your content, they follow your energy. They match your energy. So here's your challenge. Consciously, intentionally drop one dopamine trigger in every interaction, one dopamine trigger in some of your future conversations, and watch how people respond to you. And when you master this, you're not just magnetic. Instead, you're pure dopamine in human form. You got that dope. And I thank you all so much for being such dope people. I thank you all so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to the channel. I'm Christina, and I will see you all in the future.